They also showed off the new Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra.
Yes.
It just seems like they have an Ultra, Mega, so it kind of reminds you of Street Fighter. Keep adding these monikers to like the old games, but it's popular. They can just keep shooting out these Pokemon games, and man, they just sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, it's almost kind of sad now because being older, like you don't fall into those kind of traps, but it's almost like you want to wait if the new Pokemon game comes out. Wait a couple.
I know, right?
And they'll have the Ultra version,
the definitive edition, basically.
Yeah,
Black and White Part 2.
Yes, and was it? I think it was version 2 or whatever.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just called version 2.
Yeah, so yeah, it's one of those things where you can get some Ultra Beasts that are or the main 2 legendary Pokemon like Ultra versions.
Yeah.
And you have a different storyline from what I've heard from the original game from Sun and Moon. And there's a new Pokemon you can catch, which is it's a rock type. It's the dog. I can't remember the name exactly.
But do you think, are we running out of ideas with Pokemon? How much longer can we take this basic concept of capturing a creature and fighting with that creature? They've been doing it for years, but it keeps working.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it'll ever go away. And also for ideas for Pokemon, I feel like they still got a few more good ideas. Because if you think about the original game, I mean, an egg was a Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bunch of silly type things. But it's just one of those things where they keep coming out. And it just seems to me that they're doing a better job of making more... Because they keep changing the types of the Pokemon. So it's like, well, then how come he wasn't weak in the other game? All of a sudden he just became weak?
Yeah, exactly. Or like they'll switch types or they'll be born in different areas.
Yeah. So they're a little bit different.
Well, I like to call it the Samus Metroid. Metroid, Samus, and friggin' Mega Man effect. They lose all their powers in the next game. What happened to all their powers in the last game?
It's just super
all
weird.
Those things.
Or that they're literally something different.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now there's fairy types, and remember this guy that was really strong against this type? Now he's not. Like, what happened?
Yeah, the fairies are strong against dragons, so now all the dragons are like, oh, great, now we, yeah, you lose you got this big old mean dragon. You got
the fairy beats his butt.
Or Jigglypuff rolling up there being like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Bring it on, son.
And also it's coming out too is Gold and Silver.
Yeah. See, man, Nintendo could just be the Pokemon company and that's all their money. They don't need to do anything else.
Oh yeah, because right now I know Pokemon Gold and Silver when it comes out for the downloadable Nintendo shop, it's gonna it's gonna kill.
People want those games. And they still do the Pokebank thing where you can save all your characters?
Yep, and that's what they're doing. So with Ultra Sun and Moon, if you can save all your Pokemon from Silver, transfer it to Sun and Moon.
So like it's on a cloud, right? Like a virtual
pretty much. It's like a cloud service you can pay for that holds all of your Pokemon from all the games.
Yeah, from any game from I want to say like Pokemon Black and White, I want to say it can hold all that, and then the GBA games, you can transfer them to Black and White, so you can transfer that to the cloud.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. And I think it's really cool because that was something we dreamed about back in the day. Like, how cool would it be to bring all your Pokemon from those games? Now you can actually do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And staying with Pokemon, they're doing it, finally. The Brock and Misty are coming back to the anime. But the only thing that breaks my heart is the fact that I don't like the new animation.
Yeah.
I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way the movements are. The Pokemon look okay, but the human characters.
I'm so
Ash
glad.
looks so weird.
I know. Ash looks really weird, but I do have to...
You see Mr. Brocky? And Brocky's like,
Well, I have a question about that. Is this part of that Pokemon show that came out a couple years ago, where it was a little bit more like the magnet was...
No. Those are like movies that are separate. So this is the same Ash that's been losing every tournament he's ever been in.
Okay.
He's a Sweet 16 loser.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not to be me, no, I know. He tries his best, I know.
But the thing is, those ones I actually, for me personally, I would love to see continuations of those and those Pokemon games. But seeing Misty and Ash
and Brock
walking down a dirt road, that's just all over again. It's the same.
And I love the first part because it's funny because in the clip it showed with Brock and Misty because he sees Brock first, right? So Ash is like super excited, so he's running to Brock, and then Brock's running to him. So it's like, oh, look at a bromance thing right here. And then he just sees a hot girl. So then he like passes Ash.
Yeah, because Brock was a ladies like guy. He's always after the women.
Yeah, so he's like, see this really cute girl, and then he's like, oh, great, thanks, bro. And then he sees Misty, and they're like, oh yeah, hey.
I like that dynamic. Maybe because it's the first.
Yes.
But out of all the characters and the interactions between the group, probably like them best. Seth Serena was okay.
Well, you know what? I liked them the best because I felt like they were mentoring Ash, and he would fight back a little bit, and they would go back and forth. When he had his other characters, Ash was kind of the mentor.
because he's the one with all the experience now. Which is I kind of like the fact that Ash was coming up and still learning about things, and Brock and Misty were like because they were the gym leaders. Yeah. So they'd done all their journey and everything. So
exactly, and that was the cool progression to see in the show where Ash started coming up with his own strategies, and then they're like really surprised. They're like, "Oh wow, he you know, it's like being that teacher, and you get to see your student actually become to your level, and it's really nice."
And on a personal, for me, I would like to get the person who the voice of Ash. I met her personally after a few years ago, but they probably won't.
Oh,
she seemed like a good person, and the thing that I thought is cool to have her sign an anime DVD. Not what we're talking about at all. It's called His and Her Circumstances. Carrie Connolly should see it. It's a really good show. You won't get a conclusion from it, but it's really good. I know we're not supposed to talk about that, but
well, it's just one of those things where it's like business is business, so they probably find someone cheaper to do it. That sucks.
Yeah, and also, I mean, there's always been stuff like that. Even on the Japanese side of Misty, the girl that originally played Misty's voice is so excited for the show. She's like, was always, you know, like putting fans on her tweet and everything, saying like, "Oh, I'm hoping I'm coming back. So I'm hoping in the Japanese version they have that girl,
because it means a lot to the fans. Things that don't matter to CEOs and stuff matter to fans.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things. Unless something crazy happens where the person's voice doesn't sound the same or something, but talented voice actors can keep their characters for like ever.
Yes, they can always bust out their voice.
They can.
Like,
so
hey.
25 years later, they can whip it out and it's still great.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched any of the anime but now Brock and Misty are back, I might watch a couple episodes just because it has that nostalgia factor.
Yeah, seeing them on the road again.
Yeah, walking down the dirt road and Brock's gonna cook something and say some stupid pun because that's how he's doing it.
Exactly, and Misty and Ash are gonna fight. And
my favorite Brock pun of all time was it was raining and then he gets his frying pan. Oh, I guess it's more of a drying pan because he's using it to block the rain. Like, Brock is such an idiot.
Brock, you're holding metal in a rain, lightning. You're gonna kill yourself.
It's a drying pan. Oh, and it's a stupid joke, but. Pokemon, I'm glad. It looks like they're doing something like literally this will bring back old fans. It will.
Oh, yeah. Because, I'm sorry, a parent's going to watch that and be like, hey, I remember that.
Yeah, I know. Parents will remember that. That's what makes it crazy.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Crimson Sin here. You just watched a clip from our weekly podcast show. Be sure to check out the full podcast available here on this channel. Also, if you like the content and you want to see more of it, be sure to hit the like button and also go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.